Number 14, Lily Kulev.
My daughter just came
Number
home. Maybe
16,
she can announce it.
Shane Vandenbroek.
She's not from Norwalk, but...
Number 17, Tala Garcia. Number 20, Brinsley Rush. Number 21, Emily Schwartzman. Number 22, Katie Elders. Number 24, Lindsay Olson. And in gold tonight, Catherine Vogt. I ask everyone to please rise to honor America, and I direct your attention to midfield. And Shannon Flaherty will sing the national anthem. Gentlemen, please move your caps.
There's nothing right now. Oh, should they be on the flag? They're on.
Actually, go to her.
Okay.
Can you hear anything? No.
I can't.
Yeah, why don't you just use mumble? Because it's not hooked up yet. I'm gonna go and tell them to get up.
So I switched to white?
Yeah, switch. See, because we want to She really brings it, huh? She brings her A game.
Thank you, Shannon. Copies are available in the booth for $15 a pop.
We know your thing's not optional.
Can't believe I
What'd you do?
put two number 20.
Live from Stadium Field on the campus of Darien High School, it is varsity field hockey on the DAF Media Network. Tonight, under the lights, it's the Darien Blue Wave taking on the Norwalk Bears. Hi, everybody. I'm Damian Andrews. So glad that you can be with us on this DAF Media broadcast of varsity field hockey. Joining me, as always, is Kari Johns. And Kari, under the lights, you're bundled up. It's a crisp fall night, and it certainly feels like it for a change. And we should have a good one in the FCIAC tonight between two really talented programs, Darien and Norwalk.
Yeah, the past few years, these games have been really, really close. We played Norwalk last year in the FCIAC finals to. Actually, sorry, we played them at their last year.
Semifinals.
So semifinals, yes.
And Darien played Norwalk at yes. Norwalk in the regular season. Norwalk won that game.
Yes.
And then Darien won the
1-0.
FCIAC semifinal contest, and they also met again in the CIAC state tournament in the quarterfinals, and yes. Darien won that game in dramatic fashion in overtime.
Yeah, I was thinking about that freezing cold weather. That's what I was. That's what I was referring to.
You're hearkening back
yes.
to that. We are underway here at Stadium Field. A beautiful night, a little breezy. Norwalk in the green. Moving from left to right, Darien in the home whites moving from right to left.
It's Bridget Mahoney finding Molly Hellman on the outside right, and as we know, Molly with her speed is going to carry this ball down pretty well. She sends it inside but doesn't find a teammate, but the umpire calling, signaling for Darien to take the ball. And they move it quickly. Trying to find somebody at the top of the circle, tucking that ball back. Norwalk comes away with the ball.
Both of these teams, Kari, near the top of the FCIAC standings. Darien comes into this one with just the one loss in the FCIAC. That was to Staples, and Norwalk 7-1-0-1. They had an overtime loss to Greenwich. So 5-4.
Yeah, those overtimes. There's been a lot of high-scoring games this year, as far as the both teams scoring high and just that one extra goal. So it's been surprising. Wilton's had quite a few of those games, 6-5, 5-4. See Darien moving the ball well down the side, looking inside-outside passes, but Norwalk picking that ball up well, and Katie Duggan taking that ball, finding Bridget Mahoney.
You mentioned these two teams have become rivals in the FCIAC. Norwalk head coach Kyle Seberg has really grown the Bears program, very competitive. As you mentioned, these two teams met in the FCIAC semis and in the state quarters as Darien is on the move here inside the circle.
Yeah, the umpire signaling a corner. Yeah, I think that the FCIAC is becoming stronger. I think it's attributed to the players playing year round now. So many players are playing in the winter and in the spring, and so then they're coming back to the fall really seasoned athletes and not having taken a whole 2 seasons off. Here's Lily Coolitz inserting on the corner. She's finding Bridget Mahoney at the top, who's going to slip that ball to Shea Vanderbrook, who sends the ball in to Katie Elders, and
a
good
nice stop by Montero, Jessica Montero, the senior keeper for Norwalk. She played well last year between the pipes, and here comes the Bears. Ball on the far side of the field.
There's Katie Elders again taking it, trying to maybe do a little switch of fields here, but Lily Coolitz gets it caught up a little bit and sending it right back out to her. Katie's first touch is so quick. We were talking about how explosive she is. So you see when she gets that ball, her first touch is into such a good space. Molly Hellman with just some great stick work. You can see her way working around. And here's Bridget Mahoney again to Katie Duggan. Nice ball movement on Darien, but that ball sending in, Norwalk having their stick nice and low. And you're going to have to forgive me. I don't know all the Norwalk names and hard for me to see from here, but I'll do my best announcing for them. This is Molly Hellman down in the corner. She's been trying to find a foot, probably get a corner, but the stick of the defender is nice and low, and they get a 16-yard hit coming out.
We had asked Norwalk JV coach Christy Montemuro to be with us this evening. Unfortunately, she had to head north to Vermont, get away for the weekend, so she wanted to get out of Dodge, and she did such a terrific job for us last year in a couple of games that we did. As you mentioned, Kari, these teams met 3 times last season, so quite familiar with each other, and a lot of the same players, familiar faces from last year's teams playing this year as well.
Yeah, that's always, I mean, you get to learn each other by playing each other really well, and you get to know kind of the strengths and weaknesses. So, sometimes you can face a team in the FCIAC, as you said, 3 times, and it's it can be good, it can be detrimental. It just depends on what you're learning from each team. There's Bridget Mahoney, can't get her feet up from under her, and good job on Norwalk defense tending that ball out. But Brinsley Rush is right there to receive, and Darien's going to send that ball back, try and create some space in the field. Maybe draw the Norwalk team in so they can pass the ball back out.
Darien is coming off a win over West Hill on Wednesday, and on Monday they had a big 6-0 win over rival New Canaan. 6 different players, you and I did that game, 6 different players for Darien scored in that game, so they spread the wealth around on offense.
Yeah, that was a good game. New Canaan's very skilled, and it's announcing here, and just knowing their players and knowing sometimes the score isn't always an indication of the actual game. So it was a really well played game. They're very talented players. I know Kelly
Marks has done a terrific job with the program, as you mentioned on the broadcast. A talented collegiate player, and she is still playing, much like yourself.
Yes. She's done a really good job. Nice stick work from Katie Elders, good close-up. But I know she was happy with their performance, and, sometimes it just, the other team capitalizes on those, just getting the ball in the net a little bit more, but doesn't mean that you haven't spent some time moving the ball back and forth. So New Canaan game was a really good game as well. Here's Katie Elders again pulling this ball around. Senior captain, lifting the ball in the circle, trying to find something, and just missing wide of the left post.
Katie Elders, as I mentioned earlier, scored the game winner in overtime to give Darien a 2-1 win over the Norwalk Bears in last year's Class L state tournament in the quarterfinals. They met in the FCIAC semis, met in the state quarterfinals. Here's Katie Duggan.
And Katie Elders, 4-year starter for Darien Varsity. She's a very seasoned player, very quick. Just her speed is, you'll watch her and you'll just see some things that she does. It's just so quick. It's really difficult to stop her.
Another penalty corner here for the Darien Blue Wave. So their second penalty corner of the evening. Just a beautiful night. Kari, I know you're a little chilly, but boy, it is just perfect fall night. Friday Night Lights field hockey here at Darien.
Yeah, if I was the JV coach, I'd take a trip to Miami, not to Vermont.
She's going where it's colder.
2 pass options over.
And a nice clear by Norwalk that time defensively.
Yeah, they're going to be strong defensively. It's always tough inside the circle to see what you can generate offensively, especially when the other team is so experienced and has their sticks down. Norwalk is just really strong, and I don't imagine them giving up anything easily. Here's number 11 taking the hit in, so Lily Larkovesk. Let me make sure I say that right.
Larkovec, yeah. Lily Larshevek, and that is
it's Catherine coming up with a save.
Catherine Vogt getting the start in goal for Darien. Here's Duggan on the far side of the field as the Blue Wave try to clear it.
The ball's stopped by Norwalk, and you have a hit in trying to penetrate through the Darien defense, and they're getting through nicely. Looks like Brinsley Rusher broke that up again and then found her foot inside the circle, so that's going to be a penalty corner for Norwalk. See what they do on their first opportunity inside the circle.
Yeah, Norwalk's first opportunity inside the circle. Their penalty corner is Bears attacking here on offense.
So we have number 8, Tessa. Tessa's a name you're going to hear quite often. She's going to be inserting sophomore, really speedy player, skilled player.
Tessa Albrecht for Norwalk.
Good insert, nice push in. Good save by Catherine Vogt. Great
Vogt
save.
with great anticipation, right, Kari?
Yeah, yes. It's always hard as the goalkeeper to determine when to make that move out, sending that ball into Bridget Mahoney. Norwalk's really playing tough. Again, these teams knowing each other so well. They know the key players. Here's Shea Vanderbrook. That was a stick foul from behind, number 7, Lauren.
I was joking with Shea Vandenbroek's dad and Molly Hellman's mom after the game the other day because, if you recall, the final goal, a great transition goal, and Shea found Hellman open on the right side. It was a bang-bang play, and I was joking with them. I said, I would have shot that myself.
Yes. It was so good. And, you know, these girls don't understand really. I mean, they do such a good job. We had a game, our JV team had a game against West Hill, and then we scored exactly the same way. So, you know, they are just such good role models. Even, you know, down the line, everyone who's watching them is kind of looking to them for leadership and guidance. So it's pretty amazing.
Well, always looking to make that pass to your teammate. That's what they're taught.
Yes.
From a very young age. And here's Darien as they back it up and go back to work on offense. We are about 10 minutes in here. No score, Darien and Norwalk. And, of course, everybody in the FCIAC chasing Staples. Ian Tapsell has done a terrific job with the Wreckers program. They are, once again, one of the teams to beat in the FCIAC, undefeated in conference, the only undefeated team.
They had a win against Wilton this evening, 4-1. So Coach Tapsell's done a really great job with that program. A lot of, you know, he's turned athletes into good field hockey players. There's Molly taking the ball right away, which is good.
There's Vandenbroek and Norwalk.
It's a nice little play in their corner, yeah. And Coach Tapsell's just going to, we have our club team as well, which I coach with him, and the Fairfield Ludlow coach, and also the GFA coach, FHCC Field Hockey Club of Connecticut. And these girls get a good opportunity a little more north to play field hockey year-round as well. Here's Lily inserting the ball again. Let's
Lily
see
Coolis.
We can, Darien can connect on this offensive corner play. Inserted to Shea Vanderbroek, who does a lift, but stopped by the goalkeeper. Good job. And she gets the rebound and tries to go wide on the post.
Tried to. Duggan almost had an opportunity, just slid by her.
Yeah. So the goalkeeper, when the goalkeeper's in a certain line, you want to try to break her off that line by, you draw her in, but then if the opposing offensive player can be outside and just get a little tip there. Looks like you've missed a few on the tip, so I imagine that's going to be something to talk about. Here's Bridget Mahoney again, just great stick work. She trips people up continually with the way she moves that ball. It's really a pleasure to watch. Tyler Garcia in the center, finding her teammate Brinsley Rush, and Brinsley not getting a good touch on that. So we have number 3, it looks like.
Yep, it's Jackie Coda. They call her Jackie, or Jack.
Okay.
From what I've been told from Coach Seberg. She's a junior.
Good pass. She finds number 14, Leah.
Here's Tala Garcia. Nearly a nice takeaway.
So it looks like we either have sisters or twins on the Norwalk team, Leah and Lily.
Yep, sisters. Dart Larshevik. And Katie Elders tracks that one down on the far side of the field. It's taken away by Norwalk. And
it's a good little step up by Tala Garcia, but a good hit in, trying to find.
Kari, early impressions, kind of what you thought. I mean, these are two teams that, you know, especially in recent years, Norwalk really brings it. And they seem to be up for the challenge of playing Darien, in Darien, under the lights, big night.
You know, I think Norwalk's done their homework. You can see that they're, you know, that they're studying and playing the players that have a lot of the ball possession on the Darien team really well. They're double teaming Bridget. They're stepping up where they need to. So it looks like the Darien Athletic Foundation has done a great job of showing everyone what Darien can do. So the team's got a lot of time to study us.
Well, Darien comes in here, Kari, on an 8-game winning streak. They began the season 2-2 as the Blue Wave clear it here.
Yeah, it's a
down
great
the
save by
far side
Catherine
of the
Vogt.
field. Yeah, Vogt with a nice save. And Darien started off 2-2. The loss to Staples, the loss out of conference to Garden City.
Yep.
But since then, 8 straight wins against some really top-notch competition, including New Canaan and Greenwich. And here we are tonight against Norwalk. Yeah,
so we've talked about that a little bit. You know, at the beginning, a lot of teams missed a lot of practicing due to the heat. We had a big heat wave this summer. Kind of deciding which one I'd rather be at, that or this right now. And so the teams didn't have a ton of practice, and we're just finding where people were going. So the first few games didn't have a good handle on positioning things, but now I think Mo has got a really good handle on where everyone should be playing, and they've really been able to put it together nicely. Norwalk with a hit coming in, and looks like that was lifted off someone's stick, but Katie Elders making a great run getting that ball out. Norwalk having some great offensive opportunities as well here. There's Molly Hellman. I think that might be Guy Wasinski getting the crowd going down in the stands.
His daughter playing lacrosse down at Richmond, University of Richmond, and still a big supporter of Darien Blue Wave field hockey. Damian Andrew, Kari Johns joining you live. Thanks for joining us here. Beautiful night under the lights, Stadium Field, Darien High School. And we've got another penalty corner coming up here for the Blue Wave, as Lily Koulis will be the inserter. And she's done a nice job from that spot, hasn't she? This is relatively new for her.
It is. It is new for her. As I mentioned previous broadcast, she made the move from attack all the way back to D. And she really has such a strong sweep. She plays really well. She has a really good push and sweep. Here's a replay. Bridget finds Lily down low, and Lily trying to sweep that ball wide, looking for Shea probably to get a little tip on that. Goalkeeper Jessica just doing a really good job in there, as is the Norwalk defense, just keeping Darien under close supervision inside that defensive circle. Shea Vanderbeek fighting out for that ball, but it looks like Julia Vaccaro wins that battle. Coming back to Lily Koulis again. Finding Bridget Mahoney in the center of the field. Here's Brinsley Rush making a good touch, and Norwalk getting in there. They're doing a good job cutting back.
Brinsley Rush, one of the 6 different Darien players who had a goal in that win over New Canaan early in the week.
Yeah, Brinsley's a sophomore. She played JV last year, first-year starter. So we had mentioned that there's only 3 returning starters for Darien this year. That was probably another issue in the beginning of the season, just getting everybody ready to go, kind of rebuilding. Mose does a great job rebuilding the program, and the girls do a good job of being a team and making it a team effort.
Darien, as you mentioned, coached by longtime head coach Mo Minikis, has built this into a perennial powerhouse in not only FCIAC but in the state of Connecticut. But we've seen a lot more parity in the conference in recent years. Staples, Greenwich, Wilton, Norwalk,
New Canaan.
Mm-hmm. Just some really, and that's great, quite frankly, for the entire league.
Yes, Ludlow, great team last year.
Yep. Got a chance, their coach got on a couple of our broadcasts, did a great job, really nice guy, and he's done a nice job with that program.
Ridgefield has a couple, every team has a few really great club players sprinkled in, and it makes all the difference. It really does. They just have, in the indoor game, you're not allowed to lift the ball unless it's on goal, so your stick work, the quality of your stick work just improves greatly. And there's more touches on the ball. So girls playing off-season, especially in the winter, there's Brinsley taking a nice little poke at it. And Norwalk, good job getting that ball away with number 4, Julie Vaccaro. Really good job.
Good crowd here at Stadium Field from Norwalk. They're traveling well for this.
Yeah, it's... Norwalk having an opportunity to get the ball in, but Darien able to stop that defensively. This has been a pretty good match between the two 25s. Both teams having opportunities inside their offensive 25s, but it's Katie Elders with a great aerial ball. That's going to be a foul. The intended recipient had that ball, and then the Darien defense needed to give her 5 yards to be able to do something with that ball, and Brinsley Rush played her right away, so that would be a foul, or that could have been Molly, actually. Brinsley finding Shea Vandenbroek on the side. She finds Bridget Mahoney. Let's see what Bridget can do with this ball, and good defense on Norwalk. Bridget getting through to 2 defenders, but then just loses control over the end line. It looks like the umpire signaling a 25-yard ball coming in. It could have probably went off a Norwalk stick. You see the coach and Kyle asking about that call.
Coach Seberg kind of had his hands up.
Yeah, I thought it went off of us, but she could have seen that it had gone off of Norwalk stick. It's very possible.
nearly an opportunity there for Darien, nearly a goal. Vandenbroek.
Vaccaro again, good work getting that ball. She does a little spin and tries to get the ball up, but her teammate, it's a good pass to number 3, Jackie Coda. Sprinsley Rush again with the ball. Going to send that ball back, find her teammate again. Emily Schwartzman, Lily Kulitz in the center. Lily choosing to send that ball through the center instead of out wide to Katie. It's a little crowded in the center. I would say that Norwalk is shutting off the line to goal for Darien pretty well. So I think both teams would be more successful probably working the ball around the outsides here. See what Norwalk does. Sends that ball right through the center.
While we have a moment here, I want to give a shout out to our DAF Media production crew. Will Olson on camera 1, Ben Olson on camera 2. Here comes Darien. We'll get back to our production crew in just a bit.
Molly Hellman tucking that ball back, not finding a stick. Yeah, that was a stick obstruction. Darien not able to get to the ball first, and Norwalk did a good job getting their stick on that ball first, so it's going to be a foul against Darien.
So the Olsen brothers on camera for us tonight, and our directors Thomas Kiernan. Instant replay is Mike DeMeglio and James Leone.
Yeah, I had an opportunity to sit in the booth a little bit while I was trying to get warm, and I'm just
Pretty
so amazed with, it's
Some
amazing.
of the technology, yeah. Unfortunately, we do not have our behind-the-goal cameras for you this evening. I know some people have enjoyed that angle and enjoyed those, especially on instant replay, but we've... one is down back in the shop and had some technical difficulties getting the other one up running tonight. So apologize for that, but want to thank you for being with us. DAF Media, Varsity Field Hockey, Darien, Norwalk, Damian Andrew, and Kari Johns joining you.
It's good ball movement. Darien just brought that ball from left to right really nicely, but the ball went out of bounds where Molly Hellman is. Norwalk hitting the ball through the center and actually finding Julie Vaccaro in the center. Lily Kulitz stepping up, making a great play.
And we are under 10 minutes now remaining in the first half. Competitive game between these two conference rivals. No score, as you can see at the bottom of your screen, about 8:50 remaining in the opening half.
Yeah, it's been a great match so far. As I said, a lot of play between the two 25s, and both teams having some good opportunities inside their offensive 25s.
It took a while for Norwalk to generate any kind of offense, right?
Yeah.
Darien was dominating the first several minutes of this game, but since then
they've had a little bit of play.
They've had
there,
some opportunities, have the Bears. And here comes Darien on the move. Here's Mahoney, and that is a goal.
Great job. That was a great job with Katie Elders just finds Bridget. Bridget one times that ball and just
nice work by our crew there as we saw the instant replay. Let's see if we can take one more look at that.
Yeah, Katie Elder started with the ball in the center of the field, just kind of dealt her way through a few players and then found teammate and captain Bridget Mahoney, and Bridget was smart enough just to one time that the goalie had come out. She just found the right angle.
Here we take another look at it. One-timer, as you said. Great work by our ISO camera Ben Olson on that. So Mahoney puts Darien up 1-0 here under the lights at Stadium Field.
This is going to be a tough match at the end, I think, from both teams. It's interesting. I was reading Kelly Marks and Mo's interviews from the New Canaan game, and Kelly saying, even though it was 6-0, her team never thought that they were out of the game, and it's so important not to mentally remove yourself from the game and keep yourself strong. And I think Norwalk's going to be that team for sure. That and Darien, both teams, depending on what happens from here. So they're going to fight right back to get this goal and get on the board as well. It's Katie Duggan finding Bridget Mahoney inside, who's trying to find Molly Hellman outside.
Another thing, I was reading some of Mo's comments after that New Canaan win, and she said sometimes you got to take advantage of garbage goals, right? A lot of activity in front of the cage. It wasn't always pretty, but you got to find a way to put it in. That right there, what we just saw moments ago, was a much more finesse, pretty goal on the move. Elders to Mahoney.
Yeah, I thought the New Canaan goals, I thought they were I thought they were fairly skilled as well because it's in front of the goal and it's not hard and powerful. You do need to know where to place that ball where the goalie isn't. So they were good goals. Lily's rebound off the pads. There was a lot of rebounds off the pads, which are where goals are generally scored. It's not generally the initial shot on goal.
It's much like ice hockey, where
Yes.
you get activity in front of that,
Yep.
in front of the goal, and
Just create the opportunity.
absolutely, and a little bit of good fortune, and
Yeah.
there you go.
All right, so number 17, Mia Lanzarato taking the ball in for Norwalk.
And that rolls across the end line. And so we will reset here with 6:12 remaining in the first half. And here's Darien.
A little cool starting with that ball again. And I mentioned she has such a strong sweep. We had mentioned before talking about playing on this field turf. Your passes and everything need to be much different than when you're playing on AstroTurf. So Lily just has it there. You see Tessa with some good aerial 3D work. Looks like she found a foot. I actually didn't see it that way, so I didn't see what the umpire called. But Norwalk having an opportunity here for a penalty corner again. We've explained for those of you watching at home, the defense has allowed 4 defenders and a goalkeeper. The ball has come out of the circle and then back in. Oh, they're looking just wide of the post.
Just wide of the far post. And again, as we were just talking
Yeah.
about, all sorts of activity in
Yes.
front of the cage.
Both teams doing a really good job in front of the cage. It's a nice one-time again down to Katie Duggan. Katie Duggan, great addition to the BWFH family. She sends that ball and it finds that. Could have sworn that hit a footed defender.
Yeah,
but,
good clear by Norwalk.
And now this can be Norwalk ball found Bridget Mahoney's foot.
That's Leah Larchovic, the younger sister of Lily.
Keeping field hockey in the family.
Yeah, Leah
That's
is
what I like to see.
sophomore. Yeah.
They're taking this free hit. Quickly, there's Emily Schwartzman who sends it right back to the, the hitter. We try to send the ball back exactly where it came from. That's a good job of Emily Schwartzman clearing that ball out. Oh, actually, that's Lindsay Olsen in.
Katie Duggan with a nice pass. And
Looks like that could be Daphne Cutler.
it is Daphne Cutler on the far side of the field. Yep.
It's Molly Hellman getting a little break. Lindsay Olsen in the game. Looks like she might be in for Tala Garcia. Oh, no, Tala's still there. Let's see. Lily's still in.
Daphne Cutler, by the way, not only a talented field hockey player, but she has the task of getting the tunes pumping before the game during warm-ups.
They take that playlist very seriously.
And she is in control of that.
Yes. The playlist is a very serious thing in high school sports, especially girls.
No question.
Can't play the game unless the playlist is on point.
I get it. I get it.
Is Brinjuras not quite moving her feet good enough, causing an obstruction? Umpire signaling she has to take that ball at the spot of the foul. Everyone watching field hockey at home who doesn't understand what the whistles are, I promise there's a reason for all of them.
Well, you have taught me a lot in the past year.
That's going to be dangerous into 2 players, so it's going to be...
And
I'm back.
you're
Sorry.
back. No, that's okay.
It's getting a visit from my dog. And some warm tea.
Here comes Norwalk now. And
So that's it looks, third-party obstruction. So that's as we've explained before, it's like a moving pig in basketball.
Yep.
So when your team has the ball, you kind of have to move out to the side and not screen the opponent from getting the ball.
And Norwalk draws a penalty corner here. There's Albrecht, the sophomore. The inserter.
Looks like she's inserting before her team was quite ready.
Yeah.
We saw them running
that
back.
was a very quick insert. And nearly a Norwalk
Yeah,
goal.
she's calling a penalty stroke. That's his correct call. It hit. So the goalkeeper had come out. Here's the replay. It goes back and hits the defender's foot behind the goalkeeper. She's considered goaltending, and so it's going to be a penalty stroke. They were at a penalty stroke when it would probably be a sure goal for the opposition.
Nice work by our crew bringing you that replay there. Ben Olson, our camera 2 operator, has been all over it tonight, and so a penalty stroke here for Norwalk as they try to even this up. Tessa Albrecht will take it.
Yeah, so they're just going to signal if the umpire, if the goalie and the striker is ready, and then she'll have the opportunity to move that ball into the cage. She has to make one clean sweep, can't double tap the ball. Yeah, and she gets that ball into.
And that is a goal as Norwalk celebrates, as we're going to take another look at this. The penalty stroke by Albrecht. She goes left side, yep.
Stroke always is a pretty good disadvantage for the goalkeeper. You know, they have to guess one way and make the right guess.
Sure, sure. Anticipation, then it's really...
And that was a nice quick stroke. So you see the Darien defense just regrouping and sorting it out. Even game, 133 left in the first half. Norwalk scoring the equalizing goal, so we go into the remaining moments of the first half with a tie game.
And that has to make head coach Kyle Seberg feel very good
sure.
heading into the break. I mean, it's still time for either team to score again, but 133 to score the equalizer has to make you feel good heading into the locker room at the half.
Absolutely. Yeah, Bridget's not going to take this lightly, I would say.
That is Shea Vandenbroek. I spoke too soon. We're taking another look. Great pass from Mahoney to Vandenbroek, and she puts it in the back of the cage, and just like that, Darien retakes the lead. Mahoney to Vandenbroek, and pretty goal there.
Yeah, Shea did a great job of drawing the keeper one way, and then she just bumped it off the keeper's left side of the body. So she pulled the ball back just a little. It was great patience on her part. It's one thing we've seen from her. Very few players have the patience that she has and the skill.
And here's another look at it. Nice pass, Mahoney to Vandenbroek.
Great goal. And I wouldn't necessarily say that Jessica Montero missed time, that she did a great job, but she just did a good job just pumping that off the left side of her body.
I have seen more fast break goals in all my years covering high school field hockey in southwestern Connecticut. I have seen more fast break goals in the last 2 games that we've done, and really pretty. I mean,
you know, you hear these names over and over again, but Molly Hellman, Katie Elder is here with the ball, and Bridget Mahoney are just, I don't know any faster players on any team than these 3. I mean, they are so quick. So, I think fast is their middle name, all 3 of them. Fast, fast, and faster. Faster, faster, fastest. I'm not sure which one is which at any given point, but they definitely bring the speed.
Under 10 seconds remaining now, as you can see in the bottom right-hand corner of your screen. That will do it for the first half. Darien with a 2-1 lead. We will regroup here, take a quick break, and we'll have second half action. 2-1. Darien leads Norwalk Varsity Field Hockey. We'll be back.
If you live in Darien, most likely you've benefited from the Darien Foundation. Since our founding in 1998, we've provided more than $4 million in grants to the Darien Emergency Services, public schools, and community organizations.
My husband and I are so happy to be raising our 4 young children in Darien. Over the years, I have admired the projects that the Darien Foundation has supported, and I'm excited to be a member of the board helping to further support the Foundation's mission. Kids' eyes light up when they talk about learning and eating in the edible garden at Tokenique School. It certainly gives us peace of mind to know that if and when the next storm hits town, The Darien Library will always have power thanks to the Darien Foundation providing a generator.
This past year, the Darien Foundation has awarded $420,000 in grants to enhance our community. After years of being the only high school was gifted to the Mather Foundation last year. Visitors can truly experience 18th century life via the original furnishings, family heirlooms, architectural details, and antique fireplaces. DAF Media puts high school students behind the cameras to live stream youth athletic games and community events. Some 30 student volunteers rotate to produce several live broadcasts each week, overseen by veteran TV anchor Damian Andrew. DAF Media leverages cutting-edge computer and camera technology to offer a fun and collaborative STEM learning experience. Parents and fans can watch games anywhere around the world. Darien is one of only a handful of towns in the United States to have a dedicated Boy Scout campground and cabin. Over 300 boys participate in 2 troops and 4 Cub Scout packs, and that number keeps growing. This June, ground will break on a new cabin and an expansion to the campground property.
Many of the grants we've given out have helped close capital funding gaps at several of our local nonprofit organizations. You can drive all over town and see projects that we've underwritten or supported, from the expansive renovations at the YMCA to the playground by the Sound and flagpole at Weed Beach, to the new sound system at the Darien Arts Center, and to the special operations vehicle at Darien EMS Post 53. I'm personally grateful to see my own family reap the benefits from the grants endowed by the Darien Foundation.
For 20 years, the Darien Foundation has been investing in Darien and offering our community organizations, emergency services, and schools a local resource to help them pursue innovation and excellence. Thank you for supporting the Darien Foundation. We are building a better Darien together.
We are back on the DAF Media Network. Damian Andrew, Kari Johns at the half. Darien leads Norwalk 2-1 in varsity field hockey. You can take a look at Bridget Mahoney there as we are just about ready to get started with the second half. Beautiful night under the lights. A little too cool for Kari Johns, but she's making do. She's got her gloves on here and her
7 layers and a
7
blanket.
layers. Not the winter coat just yet. It's a little bit too warm for that, but close.
Don't underestimate me. That comes on, it's 50 degrees.
So Darien, Tessa Albrecht tied this up with about 1:55 remaining in the first half, and as Darien on the
Smart
move
Shea,
here,
yeah.
Shea Vandenbroek, who had a goal in the first half. Tessa Albrecht scored to tie the game at 1.
Yes, they were awarded a penalty stroke, and she did a great job.
And I said to you, that's got to make Norwalk head coach Kyle Seberg feel pretty good heading into the half, up or tied 1-1 after Darien scored the first goal of the game. And what happens?
15 seconds later.
15 seconds later, it was Mahoney to Vandenbroek, a bang-bang play in transition, pretty goal, and Darien has the lead 2-1. So we are just underway here, seconds in, and a penalty corner for Darien. Darien in the home whites, moving this second half from left to right. Norwalk in the green, moving from right to left on your screen.
Yeah, Molly Hellman did a good job earning that penalty corner. Lily Coult's going to insert. Sweep, she does a wide sweep. She, under a little bit of pressure, you got to move that ball quickly on a corner. You only have about 6 seconds to get the actual shot off. If you don't, then...
You know, I was just going to ask you that. It's funny you said that.
6 seconds.
What is, I mean, on a penalty corner, what are you trying to do? I mean, you get it out quick.
It depends. You have to read the defense. Some defense comes out with, they come out with 2 flyers and then 2 trails like a box. Some come out in like an arrow. And so you read the defense and see kind of where they are. If the flyer comes up stick to stick and she's quick and you don't have time, you've got to do a pass option. But it looks like Norwalk is hanging back and giving a little bit of time, which is why there are a few passes. But if you don't get that, the inserter injector generally has the most important part. They've got to get that ball out quickly, and then the corner just needs to be executed quickly. You're under, tremendous pressure. Katie Elder's taking a fall there, but Norwalk doing a good job trying to pull that ball. So it just has to be, executed quickly and succinctly. Which is why we always used to have that saying way back when in the olden days, every corner is a goal.
Yeah.
Because you're up numbers. Bridget Mahoney again doing a good job getting that off her. She's trying to draw a corner again.
And she does.
Yeah.
So another penalty corner here for Darien. I would imagine if you're Norwalk, the first few minutes of this second half, important. Keep it 2-1.
Sure, yeah.
And try to get something going on offense.
Absolutely. Yeah, they're going to want to try to get this ball out, imagine, of their defensive end as fast as possible. So Lily Coult's inserting. See, Tessa's coming up, but she's coming up and she's not. They have 2 up top and then 2 down low. So, just missing the tip again for Katie Duggan. Good job. Number 17 on Norwalk, Maya Lanzarato taking the ball out. She just tapped that ball a little bit so it didn't go as quickly as she would have liked. She didn't get the good part of her stick there, hitting Molly Hellman, doing some good stick work around, but really good teamwork on Norwalk. They're really double teaming well. Again, I think they did, nice tip again. Sorry, I get excited when I see
And that ball, as we've got a whistle. So a nice job here, actually, by Montero with the stop.
Great job. Great job in all defenses. Yeah. I thought I saw a foot prior to that, but really good work there. And Kyle calling a corner. I don't know anticipate that this would be the start that he wanted for the beginning of the second half. We're just about 3.5 minutes in, and Darien being pretty dominant. So I imagine he's going to give them a little pep talk to get them back in the game.
We've got a timeout on the field. We will take a quick timeout and regroup, and we'll be back with more live field hockey on the DAF Media Network. We are back here live on the DAF Media Network. Damian Andrew, Kari Johns, 2-1 Darien.
Nice job, Molly Hellman getting a stick on that ball. I think she brought it down into her foot. So previous years you weren't able to lift your stick like that, and now you can, as long as you don't create danger as you bring the ball down to the ground. Good stop by Brinsley Rush. Still moving the ball forward, and Bridget Mahoney comes and picks that up. Good work on her part. She's being monitored fairly closer by the Norwalk defense. Looks like Darien's transferring the ball around the back. There we go.
Here's Elders showing off that speed on the near side of the field as Darien continues to attack here in the second half.
And that finds, she sends a ball, but it got caught up in Bridget's feet. You did a good job of transferring the ball. You move the ball around the back a lot. It can do quite a few things. It can create space. It can pull the opposition in, so it creates space in the midfield. So if you do it quickly enough, it's a really good opportunity to change the direction of point of attack. Here's Shea Vandenbroek sending a ball up to Brinsley Rush again. She has a ball there again. She's such a smart player, always has been. She really reads the field very well. Really cool with the ball, and she's going to send the ball all the way back to Lindsay Olson, another sophomore, making doing some great work with Darien field hockey, Blue Wave field hockey this year. Here's number 9, Julia Sirlatza. I apologize if I'm getting that wrong. Shea Vandenbroek again with some good stick work around, passing the ball up to Brinsley Rush. She's going to probably try to find Bridget. Sends that ball off the left foot of the defender and draws a foul on number 7, Lauren Deering.
That was very good, Kari. Yep, Julius Ferlaza. Yep.
Oh, was it? Did I
you
get
were
it
very
close? Number 8, Tessa taking the ball down, passing to her teammate, number 4, Julia Vaccaro. Those two have been doing some good work together. So Norwalk with the side in. And Darien back with ball possession. So ball possession going a little bit more back and forth here between Norwalk and Darien. Darien trying to maintain ball possession. Norwalk really trying to not allow that to happen. Obviously, you try to maintain ball possession to put the ball in the net. Here comes Molly Hellman with a nice little touch. Katie Duggan is going to send that ball ahead to her, and Molly Hellman pulling the ball over to her left side, trying to find either Shea or Bridget. Nice pullback, good patience as we mentioned before. Bridget Mahoney finding the ball, and Bridget has an opportunity. Umpire called that a dangerous hit. I may have saw that a little differently. I think the defender was on the wrong side of her body defending that. But in any case, that'll be Norwalk ball coming out, and they find a great hole. And there's a lot of speed on this team too. Tessa up front, she's done a good job moving that ball well. She has some great 3D skills where you lift the ball off the stick. There's Tala Garcia taking a slide into the 45-yard line. Brinsley Rush bringing this ball back.
Again, Darien in the white, Norwalk in the green. Darien moving from left to right, Norwalk from right to left. Had an issue with our main camera that has been resolved, so thanks for sticking with us. DAF Media Network, live varsity field hockey action, and I want to give a shout out to our production crew, camera 1 here in the second half, James Leone. I've never done that. I said Leone for the first time ever. It's Leone. James Leone, Ben Olson, our directors Thomas Kiernan, Mike DeMeglio, instant replay, and Will Olson in the back as well.
Good patience on both teams. Patience on Darien defense and patience on Norwalk bringing this ball in. They're using their stick handling skills to try to pull the Darien defender off. Here's number 11, just doing a nice left pull and then right pull. Good job on Darien sending that ball out and changing the direction as well. Brinsley Rush just not getting that ball, and Norwalk doing a good job. That ball just went wide.
So an opportunity there for Norwalk, Kari, and I said to you a few minutes back, Norwalk wants to kind of stay in this one early on, and so far they have done that as we are nearly 10 minutes in to the second half. Still 2-1 Darien.
Yeah, this is a 1 point ball game, and you know, a lot can change in a matter of moments.
This is a Norwalk team that beat Darien a year ago at Testafield in Norwalk during the regular season.
Yeah, these two teams also
scrimmage.
Yeah, no, I was just going to say this team, but you know, Bridget just got a little bit of a push there. She was kind of swarmed by 3 players. You can see that this can be a physical battle as well. There's Katie Elders with a nice, and that's a great stop by number 11, Lily Larkovich. Katie Elders gets the ball right back and finds Bridget, who's going to send that ball wide to Molly Hellman, and with her speed, she's going to save that ball, bring it in. She's under attack by 2. Yep, and finds the foot for number 10. That should be Darien ball coming in.
Jordan Hogan guarding Molly Hellman.
Now that should have been a penalty corner. That defender played Katie Elders before she didn't
nice
allow her to
save
travel.
by Montera, excuse me.
No, that's okay. It's a great save. I'm just trying to explain the rules. People at home sometimes. That was a great save. Whenever the player takes the ball here, this defender, the Norwalk defender, she's got to be 5 yards or allow the player to move 5 yards, and that didn't happen. So inside the 25, that's generally an automatic corner. Molly Hellman getting the opportunity right here. So she's also got to move the ball 5 yards or find a teammate before going in the circle. So she finds Tala Garcia outside of the circle, and Tala's a nice little touch, sending the ball out wide to Brinsley. And Norwalk getting to that ball first. Good job on their part. Number 3, Jackie Coda getting in there again. And a good hit, but Brinsley Rush right there to stop it. Fortunately sends the ball right to Lily Larkovet's stick. So now we have Tessa going ahead, and she's quick as well, and she has great stick work. Good job both on Lindsay Olson and Lily to break that up. And Tessa's going to start that ball right away. It's a good job by Lindsay Olson, being very patient. Yeah.
Yeah, we've got a whistle.
Yeah. I'm going to be quiet on that. Number 7, shooting that ball right in, but Bridget right there to break that up. Good job. Norwalk ball again. Number 7, Lauren Deering taking this ball in. So the 5 yards is easy to mark on the field. Obviously on these football fields you can see them, so when the opposition doesn't carry it that far, it's pretty easy for the umpires to mark it off. There's Molly Hellman passing the ball off the left foot of the defender, but a little bit too far in front. And number 4, Julie Vicar, doing a really good job pulling back, drawing her in, and then able to get that ball out. Norwalk nice and tight on their offense, using little give-and-go passes.
And we've got a timeout here.
Timeout, Darien.
That's a Darien timeout.
Yeah.
We will take a quick timeout. We'll regroup, and we'll be back. 7:55 remaining in the game. 2-1. Darien clinging to the 1-goal lead. We'll be right back. We are back live on the DAF Media Network. Field hockey, Darien, Norwalk. We've got a good one here under the lights at Stadium Field. Damian, Andrew, Curry Johns joining you. Thanks for joining us, and have a number of viewers out there watching this one. This is been a really entertaining, competitive field hockey game between two conference rivals. Here's Darien going back to work. And Julia Sferlaza, the steal near midfield there for Norwalk as they try to turn it.
Good job, Emily Schwartzman, getting that ball. Yeah, that's gonna. It should be a foul. It came off of Darien's stick, lifted into the air. Number 7 taking that, and Lauren Deering taking that ball right away into the circle. Good job.
Lauren Deering, one of the captains for Norwalk, along with Lily Larshevek.
Umpire signaling a long hit. That's going to be at the 25-yard mark.
Betsy Burke as well, another captain for the Rams. And that ball rolls out of bounds. That will stay with Norwalk. Possession Bears. 2-1 Darien. We're just about midway through this second half. No goals here in the second half. All the scoring was done in the first half. In fact, the Norwalk goal and the second Darien goal came very late, under about 2 minutes remaining in the first half, both of those goals.
Yeah, both Norwalk's goal coming off a penalty stroke, so not in free play, and then Darien, both of the goals in free play, not even off a penalty corner. So both teams really doing a good job now.
And so a penalty corner here for the Norwalk Bears as they try to score the equalizer. And it will be Deering, the inserter for Norwalk, the senior captain.
Lauren Deering from the corner.
So good insert. I said by Tessa, but it was a lifted, so that's going to be coming out.
We mentioned in the first half these teams met up 3 times last season. Norwalk won the regular season contest in Norwalk at Testa Field. That was also a chilly night game.
So cold.
And then Darien got the better of the next 2 matchups. They beat Norwalk in the FCIAC semifinals 4-0, and then they beat Norwalk in overtime. A great game in which Katie Elder scored the game winner. They beat Norwalk 2-1 in the state quarterfinals. So they met 3 times last year. These are 2 programs that in recent years have really gotten to know one another quite well.
Yeah, I know we say it's a great game, but I'm not sure the girls would. I talked to them after, and they said they couldn't feel their fingers. After that game, they could barely.
Yeah, it was cold.
So cold. It was, I think, minus something and sleeting sideways. And
all 3 of those games were it was cold weather.
Yes.
And Norwalk finished the season 16-4 last year, one of the best seasons in school history.
I guess Bears are trying to bring the cold out. I prefer the wave. Taking that free hit right away. Really good job sending that ball in. And Lindsay Olson stopping, and then Tala Garcia finding her teammate out wide. Shea Vanderbroek trying to find Bridget Mahoney inside. See what Bridget does. Yeah, she's going to take. She's, again, so skilled. Nice shot, Bridget.
And that is a goal for Bridget Mahoney. As we take another look at it, she takes it all by herself and then smacks it into the back of the cage as the Blue Waves celebrate in front of the Norwalk goal.
You know, as a captain, she's just grown so much, and she is so skilled. And I've said this many times, she's probably the best player in the state, or one of, and she... you know, she's such a team player. She'll generally move. So as she was going down, not sure what was going to happen, but I think she didn't really see anyone around her and was really smart, and again had the goalkeeper in one and put it in the spot where the goalkeeper wasn't. So good try on Jessica Montero's part, but just tough to defend that.
And that is Mahoney's second goal of the game. She scored the first goal for Norwalk on an assist from Katie Elders. This time she does it herself. Bridget Mahoney with a big, impressive goal for the Blue Wave, and Darien up 3-1 here with 13:46 remaining in the second half.
So still a lot of hockey to be played. You know, goals can come by quickly, so I would imagine that Darien's still trying to put some more on the board, and Norwalk, of course, trying to close the gap and close the lead and try to take the lead. Good job on Shea Vanderbroek taking that ball right away. She just, again, she's so patient. She waits to see what the defender's going to show her, and then she does her stick handling around that. Good job on Molly Hellman. I'm not used to seeing her on the left side there. Tal Garcia making a good step up. Bumping that ball back to Katie Elders, captain, and just nice little give-and-go passes. I think Tal needs a new pair of turf shoes. She keeps slipping all over the place. So here Norwalk coming a 16-yard hit when that ball goes out of bounds on the end line off of the opposition. The defense, or now the offense, because they have possession of the ball, takes the ball at the 16-yard mark. Good job by Emily Schwartzman. Just send the ball down wide outside the field. And then once they get inside that 25, they want to try to close the gap and bring it towards goal. Again, nice.
And that is Mahoney again here.
Bridget Mahoney again.
She just kind of guides it in, lost her balance, but was able to get stick on the ball and guides it in. She has a hat trick.
Yeah.
Bridget Mahoney's third goal.
It was a good goal. Again, she just was tenacious, didn't take her stick off the ball, and just kept pushing forward. Here's Tessa sending.
Take another look at that really quick as the ball goes out of bounds. There we go.
She just sending that ball ahead.
Yeah, she never really had control of that.
No, she just kind of pushed it along.
Pushed it along, yeah. Nice work by our crew again. Ben Olson, the ISO camera, doing yeoman's work tonight under the lights here, Stadium Field.
They did a really good job.
Yeah. Again, a shout out to our production crew. That'll be Darien Possession, James Leone on camera 1, Ben Olson camera 2. Our directors, Thomas Kiernan. In the back there is Will Olson, and our instant replay operator is Mike DeMeglio, and they have done a terrific job. Our production assistant tonight, Peter McLean.
Norwalk having possession inside their offensive 25, number 11, Lily Larkovich taking the ball in. And there's Kitty Duggan trying to play some good D. Now, you saw her flip her stick around and do that hit. It looked to me like it was the wrong side. You're only allowed in field hockey to use the flat side of the stick.
Yeah.
You can use that reverse, but it has to still be hit the right part of the blade. So Lily Kulitz taking the ball out. Again, she's been really smart finding spaces. Daphne Cutler in the game.
Daphne Cutler is one of the few players out there wearing long sleeves, if you notice.
Smart.
So obviously,
smart girl. Girl after my own heart.
The cold.
It's a great ball by Katie Duggan, and again, Shea's so smart. Just the way she pulls the ball around.
And Mahoney nearly had her fourth goal of the evening.
Not getting up. This is not good.
All right, so we'll take a quick break. Darien up 4-1, 10:32 remaining in the game, and we'll be back here on the DAF Media Network. We are back here. Bridget Mahoney walked off the field by herself, so hopefully she is okay. Back to live action as Darien has a 4-1 lead with approaching the 10-minute mark in the second half.
So that ball was lifted. by Norwalk. So Darien going to have the opportunity to attack again. They're just inside their offensive 25. Katie Elders with the ball. And tries to go through the front stick of the defender. Never a good choice. But she's quick on D, though. She has those nice little. She has such a long reach. Smart. Here's Daphne Cutler again, sending the ball back to Katie Duggan. Katie got a nice quick pass in. And Norwalk doing a good job of keeping that ball outside of their D. As we've mentioned, the ball has to, inside the offensive circle, has got to touch an offensive stick to be a goal at high school field hockey level. So.
The schedule makers have not been kind to Norwalk, coming off a tough stretch. They lost that overtime game to Greenwich. They playing Darien tonight, and then next up is Staples Wednesday for Norwalk. So a tough stretch for head coach Kyle Seberg's team. But you can bet he'll have them ready for the postseason. Currently 5th in the FCIAC playoff race. Darien in 2nd place in the FCIAC playoff race. And Staples, as of right now, the top seed.
Good save by goalkeeper Jessica Montero. Yeah, there's a lot of close, the unfortunate part is the FCIACs, you come in any of these games is, as I mentioned before, the score doesn't always indicate the performance in the field. So you could have had a spectacular game, been the better team in the field, and just, one lucky break and the other team gets a goal. So, as in with any sport.
Yep, you especially see that a lot in field hockey, soccer.
One goal makes all the difference.
Yep. Ball is near midfield here.
Sending the ball up, finding Sarah. Oh, nice.
And that is a goal for Darien.
Looks like Daphne Cutler. Sarah Bogdan sending that ball in, and Daphne just gets her stick right on the ball and makes a good touch into the cage.
And that is a great job by our ISO camera operator, Ben Olson. And Cutler does get credit for the goal, the assist from Bogdan.
Good work, Sarah Bogdan, a sophomore.
Great call on that, Kari. And we're going to take another look again, if we can. Actually, we're back to live action here. Here it is.
Sarah just, again, pushing that in, and Daphne just getting a nice touch on it. We always tell the girls, you don't need to take a big swing. Just sometimes, and a lot of times, a redirection is all the ball needs. And I was being asked earlier what the sticks are made of, and nowadays there's a lot of carbon in so they're very stiff, so just a little touch can do a lot. Now, ball ahead and goal.
And that's a goal for Norwalk.
Yeah, it was a great goal. Tessa just, popped that ball ahead. Good replay.
Nice job by our crew again. Tessa Albrecht, the goal there for Norwalk, and they are on the board here in the second half.
So Catherine Vogt just mistimed that just slightly coming out of the cage, and just a little misstep, and Tessa's so persistent and really strong, and she just kept on that ball and just popped it in the cage with a little reverse. Good job on her part.
Well, if you like goals, this is the game for you in field hockey, because you and I both have been to, you've played in them, and I've covered them, a lot of 1-0
it's a high-scoring game.
Games, and this is a lot of offense. 4 goals scored here in the second half, 3 by Darien, 1 by Norwalk, the one you just saw, and 3 goals in the first half.
Good job again, Norwalk, continuing to put the pressure on. That goal's got to give a little bit of security. There's 7 minutes left, but there's still plenty of time. Darien down 3 goals. Nice little bit of 3D work by Emily Schwartzman. She doesn't quite get it over the stick of Lily Larkovich. And Katie Elders just sweeping that ball out wide. So it'll be Norwalk ball and a slide in. It looks like number 14, Leah Larkovich, going to take the hit in. And again, inside her offensive 25, she's got to carry that ball 5 yards or find one of her teammates to make a pass before entering the circle. Looks like Norwalk, Kyle Sebring taking a timeout.
Timeout, Green.
Sorry, just took a little break to go back and chat with our crew. But, yeah, we were just saying a lot of offense, 7 goals in total in this one. And they've seemingly come fast and furious here in the second half.
Yeah, I mean, that one goal, as I said, has got to give a little bit more confidence. You know, closing the gap a little bit. There's still plenty of time, 6 minutes. Could surely score 3 goals, although, you know, if the ball play stays the way it is, it doesn't seem like it will, but it's absolutely possible. So Kyle encouraging the team right now, I would imagine, and telling them that, you know, that they're in this 100%.
You know, I wanted to ask you, I was thinking as I'm looking out at the field, the beautiful lights now, every varsity team gets to play at least a game under the lights here at Stadium Field on the Darien High School campus. Did you ever play a field hockey night game in all your travels and career?
I did, yeah. When we were in Spain, we had, so the World Cup, we play, you know, men and women in all times during the day. So we would have games as early as 8 a.m. and as late as in the evening. So, yeah. In Spain, it got darker a lot earlier. But, yes, and in Holland and in Australia, we played a lot of night games. Never in high school. Wasn't fortunate enough to have the amenities that Darien High School has here.
Yeah, it's a great facility. Little different playing at night, or nothing really too bad?
It is a little different. Well, I would say it's not different for them because their eyes are still young. For me, it's a little harder seeing the ball on the field. It's at nighttime glare when you're driving. It's the same on the field.
Yeah.
But I would imagine these guys have no problem whatsoever. Here's Catherine Vogt, the goalkeeper, filling in for Grace Aronson. Catherine starting goaltending last year and has filled in nicely, junior. And Monisha Kula, also a junior who's on the sideline. There's Riley Joyce. Now good job, Riley, getting out of the way, because that would have been a corner if she continued to play that ball.
And we are going to have a corner, correct?
Yeah, I'd like to see the replay on that. If the defender hits the ball over the end line on purpose, it's a corner, penalty corner.
So it'll be Deering inserting here for Norwalk. Lauren Deering, senior captain.
It's a good insert, nice and sharp. Tessa at the top. Nice stop by, and that should be coming out. Yeah, the initial shot on a corner. That should be coming out. I'm not quite sure why she's calling another corner. The initial hit on a corner has to be below the height of the baseboard, or technically crossing the goal line at the trajectory below the height of the baseboard. And that was a lifted, not a drag flick, lifted hit. So that should have been, unless it came off one of the defender's stick that I missed, which is very possible. Here's Katie Elders with a great stop at the top of the circle, but Norwalk getting the ball right back and sending it in. Darien defense really cool. It's a really good job sending that ball out wide, and Darien on the attack again. But Norwalk not allowing that to happen and getting a great front stick tackle. You see Riley Joyce in the game, just trying to change direction. The ball was on the left side doing a little ping pong over there, so I think she was trying to send that ball, change of direction. And this looks like Molly again, but I'm so not used to seeing her on the left side. But Molly Hellman with the ball here.
Nice move by Hellman to the cage.
Dribbles through 3
and a nice save by Montero.
Yeah. Bridget Mahoney back in the game, so whatever had happened at that moment. I'm going to keep track of Tawas fouls. There's a third one in the match. Good step up by Riley Joyce. And she sends the ball through in the center of the space, finding Bridget Mahoney, who connects with her teammate. Not quite sure who that is. Molly again.
There's Tala Garcia near midfield. And
here's Tessa taking the ball down, and we'll see she's, again, really skilled with the ball. But that was a great job by Lindsay Olsen with a reverse stick tackle. Molly Hellman, that hit her feet. There was no one around the play, but the umpire did blow the whistle. There were players probably within playing distance that she impeded the progress of the ball. So it's Bridget Mahoney stepping up in that ball right away. Norwalk with it, trying to get the ball inside their offensive circle again. It's a good job on Shea Vanderbroek or Molly Hellman. You know, that's something that she got the foul and she took the ball immediately, and it was within the relative space. So that ball, in my opinion, should have just been let go. Umpire making her take it back to the exact spot of the foul. which these are the things that kind of impedes the progress of the play. Sending the ball back to Lindsay Olsen. Transfer of fields. A nice little one-touch, two-touch pass there. There's Daphne Cutler finding Bridget Mahoney. Bridget with some nice little stick work to pull the ball, and she finds her teammate top of the circle. That's Izzy Smith coming in.
Number 1.
Yes.
For Darien.
Yep. Bridget earning a corner there.
So a corner opportunity here for the Blue Wave, as they are up 5-2, under 3 minutes remaining in the game. A big offensive surge by Darien in the second half, 3 goals. It was 2-1 at the half, in case you're just joining us, and we want to thank all of you viewing this broadcast of Varsity Field Hockey on the DAF Media Network.
It's really cool. It's inserting the ball. She's finding Bridget Mahoney at the top, who just mistraps it. Generally have a backup there, but Norwalk was able to get there before, and good breakup by Tal Garcia, but she sent it right to a Norwalk player. And here's Emily Schwartzman just guiding the player down the line into her teammate. Shea Vanderbroek sending that ball ahead. Norwalk doing a good job again. Sticks nice and low, just really smart and patient on defense. It's number 2, Sawyer Milio. And looks like Teddy Mahoney in the game and earning a penalty corner.
Penalty corner for the Wave. Here's Kulas. She will be the inserter.
Just under 90 seconds remaining. No rush on.
You can hear Darien public address announcer Anthony Sweeney in the background. Here's Mahoney up top. Gets it to Elders.
That should be another corner. The defender's foot, number 7, Lauren Deering. Yeah, inside the circle. Those passes need to be a little bit sharper. They're not taking a little bit too long. So just under a minute remaining. Darien still with another offensive penalty corner. This will be close to the 3rd in a row. Close. Inserting, going to the top to Bridget Mahoney, who slips left to Shea, and defender right there. But Shea sending it in again, and Norwalk doing a good job just clearing that ball out. So under 30 seconds remaining, 5-2 Darien. Close for very in the first half, but Darien taking a strong lead, one that Norwalk is not going to be able to come back from.
Dare I say, maybe the momentum changer in this one was you had the penalty corner by Tessa, or the penalty stroke by Tessa Albrecht, ties it up at 1, and then seconds later, with about a minute 45, 45 left in the first half, Darien scores that quick goal with Shea Vandenbroek on the assist by Mahoney, and that does do it. 5-2, Darien wins as the Blue Wave extend their winning streak, Kari, now to nine straight games. So they've got it going right now after that 2-2 start, starting to play their best field hockey as the season has nearing its close.
Yeah, we just have 3 more games next week left. We have Fairfield Ludlow on Monday, and then Wilton on Wednesday and Ridgefield on Friday. So 3 tough teams coming up. Obviously Darien looking to keep the momentum going, not taking any opponent lightly, and again, all those teams in the FCIAC are going to present a really tough match for these Darien team moving forward. So
no question. And you get a feeling that Darien's going to see some of these teams again in the postseason, whether it's Norwalk, Greenwich, Staples. Staples having a terrific season, but the Wave on a roll right now, having won 9 straight games. I want to give a shout out to our entire DAF media production crew. As Kari mentioned a couple times on the broadcast, did a great job bringing you all the visuals of this one. Our director, Thomas Kiernan, our instant replay coordinator, Mike DeMeglio. Camera 1, Will Olson in the first half, James Leone in the second half. Camera 2, Ben Olson, and our production assistant tonight, Peter McLean. Want to thank all of them for a great job. Kari, we're going to do this again, where the postseason is fast approaching.
Yes.
And you're always having too much fun doing these broadcasts, which we love. But
I enjoy it so much. But next time, if it's this weather, get me a booth, please.
well, we'll get you the. We've been spoiled last year. We were in a booth a number of times with a heater. We'll bring the heater definitely. We could have brought it tonight. But for Kari Johns, I am Damian Andrew. This has been a production of the DAF Media Network, a joint venture of the Darien Athletic Foundation and the Darien Foundation. Have a wonderful weekend. Again, Darien wins 5-2, defeating Norwalk here at Stadium Field. Have a great weekend, everybody. Take care.
Good night.